The Provincial Emergency Program says most of us do not yet have an emergency kit that would get us through those critical first 72 hours of a natural disaster. As we have shown you tonight, the people in Japan and Sendai City had just 15 minutes warning that massive killer wave was coming. Every time a quake happens, we talk about this being the one that will be the warning we need, but is this the disaster that is going to get you ready? If you had just a matter of minutes to get you and your family to safety, could you do it? Would you know what to do? Astrid Branchman joins us now live with more on that. Astrid.
Well, you know, Hudson, I think it is really hard for us to understand just how little time people in Japan had to get themselves and their families to safety, get away from the tsunami that was heading towards them. It really is a reminder as we see all of these images, just how we too live here in an active seismic zone. We also need to be prepared. The Provincial Emergency Program has been working around the clock, doing its part to monitor the tsunami risk, alerting people in West Coast communities to get off the beaches.
The warning went out in the form of 1,000 phone calls, 420 emails, and 400 faxes.
But are you doing your part? Once again, we are being warned to be prepared, to be self-sufficient for at least 72 hours.
There have been indications that individuals and the level of individual preparedness could go up. Some of the numbers historically have been probably lower than you would want.
Storm watchers at the beach along Dallas Road admit they could do better.
So we do have food and water. Yeah, we do too. It just needs to be replaced. We put it together like 4 years ago.
Japan's tsunami was 7 to 10 meters in height. To give you an idea of the size of the wave that washed over Japan, it was a wall of water that reached as high as the top of this cliff. From Christchurch, another city devastated by an earthquake, the City of Victoria's emergency coordinator, Rob Johns, is monitoring Japan's quake and tsunami and its impact on our coast. He says when our big one happens, the effects could be similar.
The tsunami wave actually would arrive in the Tofino area within 15 or 20 minutes, and it would arrive in the Greater Victoria area in approximately 90 minutes.
John says waves could surge about 1.5 meters in Victoria. The province says we'll have to head for higher ground and move inland quickly. This dad, who lives in a low-lying area, says if he had minutes to evacuate his family, he could do it.
Absolutely. We've actually got a spot that's just up on King George Terrace where we've got a 4-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 17-year-old, and we've got a spot that we've all agreed on that we need to be there within 2 minutes.
The earthquake rocked Japan at a time when most kids here would be in school. Margaret Jenkins Elementary may never be in the path of a tidal wave, but staff are prepared for any disaster with emergency water and other supplies. Students have emergency kits in classrooms.
We've got some nutrition. There's an energy bar in there. There's a light stick. There's some Band-Aids. You can see we've got purified water.
Most kids have one, but some don't. The importance of being prepared is a lesson emergency responders say we shouldn't have to learn the hard way.
So I think from an individual preparedness side, there is definitely room for improvement.
So if you'd like to get an emergency kit going, if you don't have one already, or if you'd like to make sure yours is up to date, go to the Provincial Emergency Program website, pep.bc.ca. They've got great information there on what to put in your kit, how much water to have, that sort of thing. Local municipalities, they've also got great information on their website. So a little bit of research will go a long way. Langford's Emergency Social Services team is putting on a presentation at the #1 fire station. That's coming up on Monday, and that is also to help people get better prepared and figure out emergency plans for their own families. Hudson, so that's Monday at 7.
All right, Astrid, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good information.